And welcome back to Subculture on CentralCoastRadio.com. Well, we've got a very, very special track that we are about to play for you. It's one of the most beautiful tracks you are likely to hear this year. It is called Angel Eyes, and it's from an artist called Seetali. So we actually thought we would get Seetali on the phone today to chat a little bit about this track and tell us a little bit about where it came from. Welcome to the program, Seetali.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for having me.
It is going really, really well. This is such a beautiful track, and as we've heard in the past from you on tracks like Walked Away, you can write some deeply personal music, and this is another deeply personal track for you. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about Angel Eyes and where this track came from.
Yeah, so Angel Eyes came from probably like a really dark place. I unfortunately lost one of my very close friends last year, and after that happened, it was this time where I honestly wasn't finding any enjoyment in the stuff that I used to, and that included music, so writing music, producing music, and I actually was considering, leaving it behind and, doing something else, but Angel Eyes was the first track I wrote, from that hiatus, and it just confirmed how much I needed music as an outlet, and that's honestly where the track came from. And I was very fortunate enough to have one of my good friends and someone I work really close to, Kevin Sylvester, who helped me write this track, and it was just a track that I think will always encapsulate how I was feeling in that time.
Yeah. I know as an artist, I've been through those times when I've lost someone close and it feels like I can't keep on going with the art that I'm working on. But was there one moment that where you actually went, no, I actually do need to get back to music to let this out? Was there one moment that kind of sparked that?
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to a mentor of mine, and he said that, this is just going to be a little kind of phase, and you will realize, I know how much you love music, and it was one of those things. Yeah, it's honestly, as cliche as it sounds, I just woke up one morning and had the need to get some of the stuff out, and the only way I could do that was through music. So yeah, it was really unexpected, but also I think one of the best ways for me to get all my feelings out.
Definitely. I was going to ask that. How did you feel once you sat down and started to work on the track itself?
It was like kind of emotional, in the sense that all the feelings were still raw, and I remember going over to Kevin's and just saying, hey, I've got this idea, I've got some, chorus little bits and bobs, and we sat down, we kind of like pieced it together and wrote it together, and after it was done, I was just like, wow, I really needed that. It was very therapeutic. And then I think slowly working on it, and I think piece by piece as the track was finishing, I felt a little bit more, I don't know, like I felt better with every stage of making the track.
Yeah. And being such a personal track, how did you go about finding the perfect vocalist for this one?
I'm so picky with vocalists. I always have an idea of what I want it to sound like in my head, and with this track, just added this whole other dimension where I wanted to make sure I trusted the person with this track, because it is probably, one of the most personal tracks. And I had just finished working with Kaya Mercedes, who is one of the best upcoming artists, and I was fortunate enough to become friends with her as well. So during the time we were working on some of her stuff, I had just finished Angel Eyes and reached out to her and said, look, I have this track and I don't really want anyone else to sing it. Would you like to jump on it? And instantly she was so keen to do it. And yeah, she was just one of probably the best people I could have asked.
Yeah, the result is absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's one of the most beautiful tracks I think we're going to hear this year. And you also recently announced your debut album, It's Not You, It's Me. Tell us a little bit about that album, because we've had a little bit of a listen to it now with Angel Eyes, and also, of course, your last single as well, Love You Blind. So tell us a little bit about the album. What can we expect to hear on the album?
This album is honestly a mixture of lots of different introspections. To start off, like I called it, it's not you, it's me, is because I just love the cliche of, you know, when someone goes, oh, it's not you, it's me, and we all know it's a cliche, but it's actually really true sometimes. And sometimes I don't know how to say that sentence without saying it. So this album basically is written from my perspective, where it's just how I felt in some of these situations, and sonically, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but also really cohesive, and it literally just has a little piece of my soul in every single song, and yeah, it's really, really cool to have something like that, where I know I can look back on in 10 years and go, wow, I was feeling this, this, and this at that time. And I think it's really relatable as well, lyrically, for people who listen to it. I think there'll be a song on there for, like, whatever you're feeling.
Definitely, I agree. And with the big question now is, when can we expect the album to drop?
The album will drop on the 27th of October, so Friday the 27th of October, and yeah, all my past singles are going to be on the album as well. So if you can't wait till then, just stream all the other songs until then.
Awesome. And I guess the other big question as well is, what are your plans after the album comes out? Are you hoping to do some shows, or what are the actual plans there?
I think for me, I just want to continue making music, and after the album finishes, I hope to, you know, kind of ride that wave and work with different artists as a producer and a songwriter as well. So ideally, I'd love to, you know, go maybe back to Perth or go up to Sydney, work with a bunch of different people, especially other women in the industry as well. So I think after the album drops, I'm just going to be going blazing full steam ahead and just trying to work with as many people as I can who excite me and inspire me.
Well, that is amazing. Well, we are going to play your brand new track, Angel Eyes, on our show right now for the first time. So what would you like to say to all of our listeners out there before they take a listen to this amazing track?
Firstly, thanks so much for listening, and just know that if you are feeling a bit lost, maybe you lost someone as well, just know that it does get better, and if you ever need to take a break, that's okay, and to look after yourself,